You picked up your phone this morning, before you even said a word, before you stood up, before you thought. And right now, watching this, part of your brain is already looking for something else. Another video, another scroll, another hit. What if I told you that's not a personality flaw? That's not laziness. That's a brain that's been broken in, slowly, quietly, without you ever noticing. And in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what happened to it and exactly how to take it back. Your brain is running ancient software. It has one core question it asks about everything. What gives me the most reward for the least effort? For thousands of years, that was genius. That drive kept humans alive. Find food, avoid danger, rest when possible. But now, that same brain is living in a world that was engineered to exploit it. Every app, every short video, every notification sound, designed by entire teams of engineers whose only job is to keep you locked in. And over time, your brain adapts. Silence becomes unbearable. Deep work feels impossible. Sitting alone with your own thoughts starts to feel wrong. Not because you're weak, but because your baseline has been hijacked. You've heard of dopamine. Most people think it's the pleasure chemical, but that's not the full story. Dopamine isn't released when you get the reward. It's released in anticipation of it. That's why scrolling feels impossible to stop. Every swipe might be the one, the post, the video, the message that gives you the hit. So your brain keeps going and going and going. What was supposed to be just 5 minutes turns into an entire hour. And when you finally put the phone down, you feel guilty, like you just lost your whole day to scrolling. The problem? The more stimulation you feed it, the higher your tolerance climbs. Think of it like coffee. 1 cup used to wake you up. Now you need 3 just to feel normal. That's what's happening with your attention. Your brain has built such a tolerance to high stimulation that anything slow, anything real, anything that requires patience feels like nothing. Work feels pointless. Books feel boring. Your own goals feel distant and foggy. And this creates a cycle that millions of people are completely trapped inside right now. Let me show you the loop. You wake up, and the first thing you do is check your phone. You consume all day. Your brain keeps chasing the next hit. Then, when it's time to do something that actually matters, a project, a goal, something real, you're already spent. You procrastinate. You say you'll start tomorrow. And at night, you feel it. That quiet guilt of another day gone. Then the alarm goes off. And it starts again. This isn't a motivation problem. This isn't a discipline problem. This is a neurological problem, and it has a solution. So what actually is a dopamine detox? Let me clear up the biggest myth first. It does not mean you stop feeling pleasure. You can't detox dopamine itself. It's always in your brain. What you're actually doing is lowering your stimulation threshold, giving your brain a break from the constant noise so it can recalibrate. Think of it as resetting your sensitivity. After a detox, smaller things start to feel rewarding again. A walk, a conversation, focused work. Things your brain stopped registering because they couldn't compete with TikTok. The goal is not to become a monk. The goal is to become someone whose brain actually works for them. So how do you actually do this? Start by identifying your highest dopamine activities, not the things you enjoy most, the things that require the least effort for the most stimulation. For most people, it's their phone. Specifically, social media, short-form videos, online shopping. Maybe junk food or Netflix and chill routines. Whatever gives you the most intense hit with the least resistance, that's your target. And here's the part that will surprise you. You don't have to eliminate these things forever. You just have to eliminate them temporarily, while your brain resets. Pick a time frame. 3 days is a start. 7 is better. 14 is where real change begins to stick. During this window, you're creating artificial scarcity. You're forcing your brain to find reward in things it stopped noticing. But you can't just remove things. Nature abhors a vacuum, and so does your brain. If you take away easy dopamine and replace it with nothing, you'll be back on your phone within an hour. So for everything you cut, you need a deliberate replacement. Something that provides a slower, more sustainable reward. Read a physical book instead of scrolling. Cook a meal instead of ordering. Go for a walk. No headphones, no podcast, just you and your thoughts. Exercise. Not just to look good, but to feel something real. Pick up a hobby you abandoned. Draw, Build, play an instrument, journal by hand. Have a real conversation, one where nobody's checking their phone. These things will feel boring at first. Genuinely, uncomfortably boring. That's not a sign you're doing it wrong. That's your dopamine system, still tuned to high intensity, learning that the world didn't end just because you slowed down. Here's the part that changes everything. As you persist, even when it feels pointless, your brain starts to adapt. After a few days of reading, your brain learns that opening a book leads to something. Curiosity, discovery, the quiet satisfaction of finishing a chapter. After a week of working out, your brain starts anticipating the feeling and craving it. You're not forcing yourself to enjoy things. You're literally retraining your reward system. And this brings us to the most important distinction of this entire video. Pleasure is the scroll. Satisfaction is finishing the thing you've been avoiding for weeks. Pleasure is instant. Satisfaction is earned. And once your brain remembers what satisfaction feels like, it will start choosing it, not because you forced it, because it finally remembered it was an option. After the reset, something shifts. Your thoughts become clearer. Your attention holds longer. Simple things start to feel like something again. Work stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like something worth finishing. You stop running from discomfort. You stop living on autopilot. And here's the thing about discipline that nobody says. It doesn't become easier because you become stronger. It becomes easier because your brain starts rewarding it. The moment effort feels rewarding, your entire life changes direction. Most people who watch this will close it and open TikTok within the next 2 minutes. Don't be like most people. Pick your time frame. 3 days, 7, or 14. Go for a walk tonight without your headphones. Put the phone down for 1 hour. Exercise for just 20 minutes. Start that business you've been thinking about all day long. Do one thing today that your future self will thank you for. Then drop it in the comments. Tell me what you're starting. Not for me, for you. Because the moment you write it, it becomes real. And if this hit different, subscribe. Every week we break down one more thing that's been holding you back. Break the Week isn't just a name, it's a decision.